episode of Biblia Agape. Today, Blaze and I are going to be going over 2 Peter 1:9. We went over 2 Peter 1:8 last week, obviously, and then so forth from 2 Peter 1:1. If you want, you can go back to our other episodes in this series. Or just back to our other episodes. Really, if you want to watch them, I'm totally up to that. If you don't, it's okay too. But yeah, you can go back to our other episodes in this series, 2 Peter series, and you can rewatch or watch it for the first time if you haven't already. So yeah, let's hop right in and get started. So 2 Peter 1:9 says, "For he who lacks these qualities are blind or short-sighted, having forgotten his purification from his former sins." So first of all, if you have been watching all these other episodes in this series and in this so far chapter, we've been breaking it down each verse by verse, and all of these verses go off of each other, and all of them, you have a better understanding of one if you read the rest of them. So the verse right before this one is verse 8, and it also talked about these qualities, but it talked about if you have them. This verse is talking about anyone who doesn't have these qualities, or anyone who lacks these qualities. And lack pretty much just means you don't have those qualities, or you choose not to, I guess. And all of these qualities, like we talked about last week, were all the ones in these past verses. The diligence, moral excellence, knowledge, self-control, perseverance, brotherly kindness, godliness, and love. So all of these qualities, when it says, "For he who lacks these qualities," this is talking about pretty much saying anyone who doesn't have these qualities. All these good things that we have when we have God in our life, and when we choose to let him roll over our life and be the base of it, I guess. "For he who lacks these qualities are blind or short-sighted, having forgotten his purification from his former sins." So that blind or short-sighted pretty much just means if you don't have these qualities, and if you don't have these things and these good character traits, you will be blind and short-sighted to, I guess, the rest of the world, and just knowing more, kind of into that, knowing the difference between right and wrong, knowing the difference between God and what is not of God. And that blind or short-sighted isn't quite literal, saying you're going to be blind, or you're not going to be able to see through your eyes if you don't have these qualities, but more of the spiritual part of it, and you won't be able to see spiritually, and you won't be able to see what you should and shouldn't be able to do if you do not have these qualities in your life and growing in your life, having forgotten his purification from his former sins. So when you are blind or short-sighted and you forget all of these qualities, and you forget if you slack and lack in that wanting to grow and wanting to get deeper, and you kind of just say, "Oh yeah, I'll have these things in my life, and I'm just gonna have them in there," kind of just to say it, but you don't do anything about it, and you just have it in there. You accept Jesus into your heart, and you just have those things, those qualities in your life for only a short time, but you don't continue growing and learning, like the last verse said. Then over time, you're going to forget that good feeling that you had in knowing that Jesus died for you, and that he gave you these good traits, and that you can know the difference between right and wrong and feel good about it, and not have your little voice in your head or your conscience inside of you telling you don't do that, or go away. You can have a clear conscience, not saying that you're not going to mess up, because everyone messes up and you're going to mess up. But if you completely put all of these qualities and these good things and these godly traits aside and you don't do anything about it and you just shove it in your closet for a time being, they're not going to get you anywhere, or they're not going to get you anywhere from where you first started in your growth with God and in God. And you're most likely going to go back to your formal sins and your just worldly, not of God's self, if you don't continue wanting these things in your life, and you become blind and short-sighted. And yeah, so do you have anything there?
Nope.
Okay, so that's about it that we have for today. A friendly reminder that we do post in the description down below are reading through the Bible chronologically, which just means in the order that it happened. We do post those every week of this year down below. You can read them in a year like we are doing, or you can go off those days and read the whole Bible in 1 year, or you can just go off those days and read on your own pace, because either way, it's totally fine. As long as you can read and still get in the Word and actually learn things and allow God to come into your life and change you and and make you a better person and closer to Him. So, and gain these qualities as you read through. So yeah, that's about it we have for today. So
yeah, I was just gonna say next week I will be going over 2 Peter 1:10. And thank you for watching today's video. And as Jaila said at the beginning of the video, make sure to go back to the other episodes in this series. And yeah, thank you for watching today's video, and we will see you next Monday.